my name is Catarina and I am 17 years old and I am from Portugal, which is an extraordinary country with amazing people. And I am here to participate in the EF Challenge 2019, where I was challenged to answer to the question, what are my hopes and dreams for the future of our society? Due to its unpredictability, speaking of the future was never an easy task. Nevertheless, I'd like to start with a little travel in time. In the past, and for generation after generation, women played a really submissive role, as they depended a lot on men. Men were the ones who would hunt for food, who would build homes, and therefore, they became the ones who bring home the bacon. And society started to build upon this basis. But decade after decade, century after century, it is true that up to the present, a lot of things have changed, and big developments are being made. Not only in terms of technology, but also, and above everything, in terms of mentality. Thanks to that, this dependence, once existing, is no longer a necessity. However, while this might seem obvious for some, that is not what the percentages of gender equality per country show. And by these percentages, I mean equal access to education, equal salaries for the same position, equal freedom of choice, including religious choices, equal support, equal respect, equal rights, equal opportunities. For instance, it was not until the 21st century that some companies started hiring women. And in Saudi Arabia, it was not until a few months ago that women were allowed to take a driver's license. But regardless of what people might think, this is not an exclusively women's issue. This is a men's issue too. As studies have shown, a lot of teenage boys are unable to express all of their feelings because of the fear of being called sensitive. Fathers' roles are underrated and yet not less important for a child's development. In fact, both these things and many others hidden by prejudice are part of the experience of being a human. Therefore, it is not fair that some women and some men are unable to live it up. As Martin Luther King Jr. said, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Now, if you do believe in equality, the time to act is right, because gender parity is not just good for women or for men, it's good for societies. Thus, we can just start by educating our sons and daughters and to mentalize that both genders are capable of inexplicable acts, are capable of being strong, and yet deserve all of our support for their own free will choices. But we should not let go of the past that made us who we are today. Instead, we should use this past to reinforce our hopes for the future and make our dreams come true. And now, quoting Emma Watson, I'd like you to ask yourselves, if not me, who? If not now, when? Please, help me make gender equality a reality for everyone. And finally, and inspired by John Lennon, I'd like you to ask one last question. Have you ever imagined a world where all the people would be treated as equal and would all be sharing this world? You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. And that is the reason why I decided to participate in the EF Challenge 2019, because I believe that someday you will join us and the world will be as one.